Hey everyone, and welcome to another custom challenge run in the Binding of Isaac. So today, we have a challenge run called Your Choice, and that's the name. It's not like you choose what to call that, yeah, whatever. And the idea is I get 5 tier effects of my choice. I can't do Damage Hearts, or Sacred Heart, or Polyphemus, things like that, but I have chosen Cupid's Arrow, which is piercing shots through enemies, Mom's Contact, which is freezing shots, Ouija Board, which allows me to shoot through rocks and obstacles and such, Spoon Bender gives me homing tears, and a Common Cold gives me poison imbued in my shots. I cannot take Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Epic Fetus, or Dr. Fetus, or anything else that changes my tiers, but these are pretty much the tier effects in the game, essentially, so it's not a huge deal. And other than that, I can do everything. This challenge run comes to us from Ethan Krizan, which is how he said to pronounce it this time. I got it. Crit as in critical, Zan like Van, Krizan. I got it. And I read all your comments, don't worry. So one thing that's been on my mind, I'm about to start. Sorry for the delay. One thing that's been on my mind a little bit for the past, I don't know, 5 minutes, I guess. Oops, have it set to add item when entering next room. I always do that. Anyway. I thought about how much better I've gotten at this game since I started on YouTube, pretty much. Like, I was good when I started, like with those pre-series videos, but I'm definitely way better. Like, I have a lot easier of a time against, like, Isaac and Blue Baby and stuff, and Satan is kind of a joke most of the time. And, you know, that besides the fact that I have to do that for the internet to watch me, so you know I have to be on top of my game, so it's like, well, people are judging me and I don't want them to think I suck. There's part of it's that, I would say, but there's also the part that is I mean, I've learned to play the game while doing commentary, which a lot of people might underestimate. Doing commentary while you play a game, especially a difficult game like The Binding of Isaac, you know, it's not easy. It's easy now. Like, I do this all day, and there are only a few situations where I find myself pausing in commentary due to the difficulty of the game, or like my inability to perform while doing commentary. Definitely want health up. So there's that. Because learning a game, you know, it's kind of like they say about learning subjects. You think you learned a subject, but the best way to really learn it is to have to teach it. And I feel like, you know, I'm kind of teaching you guys Binding of Isaac. Definitely gonna touch this and then re-roll it. I am getting there on the touching items before leaving. Yeah, but I've gotten a lot better. Like, you know, just earlier when I was first beating Isaac and Blue Baby with most of the characters, you know, it took a little while. Oh, thanks. I didn't touch it. Oh well. I should actually use a bomb to go back and do that. I'm not even kidding, because it appears a lot. Yeah, you know, I had a lot more difficult of a time against Isaac and Blue Baby at the start of this Let's Play than I do now. Now I beat them very regularly. I guess this isn't the Let's Play, this is a custom challenge run. Sorry, guys. But you know what I'm saying. I've gotten very good at beating them regularly, not, you know, messing up so much. Enjoy the little jingle. So that's cool, and you know, I just thought it was a cool thing. I've gotten very comfortable with the commentary. It's just very natural. Both the commentary and the gameplay just kind of happen now. It's not like I'm exerting conscious thought toward either, really. I just kind of talk about stuff, and stuff happens. PhD I want, because PhD means all pills are not bad. Also, it gives me like 3 hearts recovery, but I had full health. And it identifies pills, so if I pick up a pill and just hold on to it for a little while, it'll show me what that pill is without even having to use it. But yeah, like I was saying, these things are just like automatic now. I just talk and play, and you know, things go well or they don't go well, but I'm just doing it. I don't even have control practically. Like I have anyway, on this run, I think we're in a pretty good position from the get-go. All we need is damage, because of course I couldn't health up. Yeah. Of course I couldn't give myself damage ups or any such thing, so I have to rely on the benevolence of the game to get any damage. By the way, like I said on yesterday's video, I totally saw Django Unchained today. awesome movie. I would recommend it to anyone who likes either Tarantino or is totally okay with violence. Of course, I read some stuff about how the language can be disturbing because it's very racist due to being set in like Civil War, well, just before the Civil War in the U.S. You know, that was, I mean, it was racist back then. We're slaves. But, you know, I had read that like before I saw the movie and stuff, so I was expecting a lot worse than I got. You know, they say the N-word a few times, and it's clearly in a racist way. But I didn't think the movie was like all that bad. You know, I was expecting worse. Really good movie though. Enjoyed it very thoroughly. And some people talk about the length being a problem. And yeah, it was a little long. But I didn't... some people also said it was dragged out by the end. And I disagree. I don't think it was very dragged out. I can... Yeah, I'm going to take Whore of Babylon. Oh, that's Whore of Babylon? I'm a moron. Okay, well... Guess we're doing this the hard way then. And then I'll re-roll this and see what we got. Guppy's tail, fine. I was totally thinking Whore of Babylon was Spirit of the Night, and that is just terrible. Terrible policy. Don't do that if you want to live. Anyway, so I have increased damage from that now. I put myself down to only soul hearts so that I could get into a situation where Whore of Babylon is actually useful, which increases my damage and speed. And as it turned out, I rerolled it to Guppy's Tail, which increases the drop rate of golden chests and decreases the drop rate of other things. But now I only require one more Guppy item in order to become Guppy the Cat, which would be excellent, but I'm not going to go out of my way for that. Let's see what we got in here. Teleport, I'm going to touch it and then reroll it. I'm still taking the time to destroy the poop, even though Spectral Tears makes that really annoying. By the way, Magic 8 Ball dropped a tarot card as well as giving us shot speed up, even though it says Tears up. It doesn't do that. Plus 10 bombs, absolutely useful because I, you know, didn't have that many bombs. So now what we're looking for is, wow, how did I make that mistake for Spirit of the Night? That's so bad. What we have that we're looking for, well, I guess we're looking for Guppy's head. Just to have once so that we can become Guppy. But God, I just lost what was going on in my head. Oh God, it's Ultra Pride. That is the worst thing that could happen. Nope. So basically, Ultra Pride, we do not want to stand horizontally aligned with him because he's a jerk and spits some stuff at us. Oh man, I'm taking too much damage. We want to find the Polaroid. That's what I was getting at. Oh, by the way, I'm like super duper tired. Because, you know, I've been out all day. I woke up early for me. I don't want the... do I? Yes, I do want the left hand in this one case. I know I always pick it up, but this time I actually want it. Because other times I've been like, oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. This time, we're going to be getting a bunch of gold chest drops because of Guppy's Tail. And that means that we want, absolutely, because we aren't going to have a bunch of keys, we want them to be red chests due to our health situation, because red chests have a chance... to include, to contain is the word I was more after. They have a chance to contain soul hearts, and I'm running only on soul hearts, which was totally not on purpose, but something that had to be done due to my stupid decision. Stupid accidental decision, but stupid decision nonetheless. Oh man. Peep is just staying frozen. That's kind of the point of this run here. I was hoping that I'd have kind of oh god, whatever. I was hoping that the homing shots would do more of a, what am I looking for? I'm picking up the health up, and that was actually a terrible idea. Let's see, what do we have in here? Krampus. Okay, so, yeah, I've made a huge mistake on... Oh, I totally can't take Krampus' item, so we'll re-roll it to something that isn't a Tears modifier. I'm trying to say too many things at once, but the health up was a huge mistake. I don't know how I didn't take damage there. I was hoping that Homing Tears from Spoonbender would give more of a, the effect of... the effect of my reflection. So, oh my god, I shouldn't have taken damage there. In order to give us, I can't take that. Yeah, I'll take the nail. Will I keep the nail? Yeah, I guess I'll keep the nail. Because I need health at this point, and the damage won't hurt. Oh my god. The effect of my reflection in order to hit enemies multiple times with one shot. There we go, I got it out. I'm so proud of me. You should be too. Pills are good for us because we've got the PhD, which we're just going to wait here. Of course, I took like 2 hits of damage or 3, and it wasn't worth it to for the nail use, but what can you do? You should use the nail as often as possible. It's going to give you a soul heart. Balls of Steel is perfect for us right now. Bad gas I'll hold on to because, you know, nothing else to do with it. 2 bombs for 3 is absolutely the trade we deserve, not the... yeah, whatever. Actually, I'm going to do something crazy, and that's going to be put this here to see if we can do this. No. Okay, so now I'll just go even for bombs. I was hoping that it would make the bridge and it would only cost me 1 bomb, but, you know, gotta experiment once in a while to see if these things can work. So yeah, finally finished saying the things that I wanted to say. Pill, definitely worth it. Maybe this will be health up again. It is, so I guess we'll take that. Even though we can't get Guppy's Paw again, we've already ruined Whore of Babylon, so, you know, what good does it do to starve ourselves of health? It was more, I used it to get into Whore of Babylon, but I also used it so that I would have health to work with instead of no health to work with. Well, that was weird. Wait, what is going on? That was all wrong, and I just... you know what, we're gonna pretend it didn't happen. Okay, we got health there. And that's just where we're gonna go with things. You'll come up. Oh, that was terrible. These guys will take damage one day. Homing tears are helpful, though. At least in some cases. Oh, good. So yeah, I'd love to be getting these red chests if I had actually picked up Spirit of the Night like I had planned to. Oh, that was such a dumb mistake. Literally one I never thought I would make here. Oh, well, look at me. Look at me. Getting Transcendence. That's so lucky that now I have Flight when I was just talking about my stupid mistake that I should never ever have made. So we'll see if this is, yeah, 2 soul hearts. All I ever desired. So what I'm hoping for is another deal with the devil for something that costs 2 red hearts that I want. Pact would be nice. I'd go for the mark, I guess. And I want to say the mom's contacts are really doing work, freezing enemies like non-stop. So, you know, of course Guppy's tail isn't doing as much as I had hoped it would now that we have the left hand, which could possibly be a huge boon to us, but it's turning out to be pretty worthless for the most part, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, that's not what I needed. Okay, here we go. Left hand. Show us your stuff. Give me more soul hearts. Or more pills. Pills are good because pills are good. And that wasn't meant to be in a repetitive way. That was actually because of PhD. Alright, you're gonna die. Yeah, maybe you will too? No, man. Oh, these guys... okay, they might... I was gonna say they might or might not pop up. Oh, that was such terrible damage. Right before I'm about to get a nail charge. That's the way that the world works, though. You can't have nice things. You gotta take damage before you get your good stuff. This is a time where I would absolutely have preferred to reroll, but we're stuck with it. Little Chad will drop a half red heart every 2 rooms, after every 2 rooms. Which, you know, largely useless in my health situation, but I mean, I really can't do anything but take it. Were I to get down to the state where its red hearts were helping me, I'd pretty much be dead anyway. So on the topic of this run, okay, so we're about to pick up the cube of meat. Cube of meat will rotate around us, block enemy tears as well as damage any enemy it comes in contact with. Please calm down, thank you. Now I'm going to poison you some more. Assuming that worked. I don't know if it did, because Pestilence kind of got the whole poison theme going. Anyway, on the topic of this run, what I was trying to say is... something. I was trying to say something. Well, that's good. That could be the deal with the devil that we always wanted. Yeah, there's Spirit of the Night, but I don't need it anymore because I have Flight and Spectral Tears, which is what I desired. We're going to take the mark, which will give us damage up 2, speed up 1, as well as 1 soul heart back. So now we're going to enter the Whore of Babylon state, unless something has gone horribly wrong. No, we're good. And we're going to go down to the next floor. On the topic of this run, I think it's pretty well balanced. Actually, very well balanced, because I'm pretty overpowered to start with, and I only get better. So I'm happy with that. That said, it could be more difficult, but, you know, I'm not going to complain about a challenge that isn't too difficult for me. I like a good challenge, but I also like a good challenge. You see what I did there? By the way, on the last video I totally asked a few questions like, you know, what games you might want to see, and I had a few suggestions, but they were mostly games I just don't want to play or have any interest in, and I'm super sorry about that. I felt like a jerkwad answering comments like, yeah, you know, I don't really have any interest in that game. I really did feel like a jerk. But that's just the way of the world sometimes. I really just, like, I had a couple people that said, I'd really like if you played Minecraft, and I just, oh my god, Minecraft bores me for the most part. And I can't help it. It's not that entertaining most of the time. I'll occasionally play it with friends, which is what I said in my comment responding to that. But it just doesn't hold my interest, and I absolutely have no sense of adventure for it for the most part. I also had suggestions for Black Ops 2. I have not enjoyed a Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 2. Like, legitimately, I got 17 days of playtime on Modern Warfare 2. Then Black Ops 1 came out. I got about 2 days played, and I got to like 3rd Prestige or something. I was making good time on that game. Like, I was a tryhard, but that's just kind of how I am in Call of Duty. And games in general, I guess. Am I gonna get damaged by this? No, I guess not. Rainbow Baby is good. That'll shoot Tears of Familiars. Any other familiar, pretty much. Anyway. Then Modern Warfare 3 came out, and I got, like, literally 17 hours of playtime, I think. Didn't finish the 1st Prestige even, like, close, like the 0th Prestige, I guess. Wasn't even close to that. I'm not buying Black Ops 2. I've played it, and I just don't like it. So, I mean, that's not something I'm playing. Assassin's Creed was another suggestion. Another game that, you know, I played some of the first 2 games, but they didn't really hold my interest. Like, I mean, I enjoyed myself for them, but then I was just like, well, I just haven't continued, and I'm not going to, almost certainly. Yeah, what else was suggested? I feel bad saying no to all these game suggestions. FTL was suggested, though, and I do like FTL, so if you guys want to see that, totally let me know, because I can do that. Though one thing is, oh my god, such good luck with the soul hearts in here. I know these are mostly going to be red chests in there, but I'm looking just in case it's an item. I don't really want to do it for a red chest. Yeah, one thing about FTL, though, is like... Oh, okay, whatever. Too late. Couldn't do anything. Oh, I'm taking damage again. Oh my god. In FTL, I totally... Like, restarting my save would be the worst. I would hate that so much. Because I've unlocked the secret cruiser, which some of you may know of as totally a nightmare to unlock, and I was fortunate enough to unlock it on the very first time I got the event. And just by the way, the event is like 5 segments, and it spans like 3 to 5 sectors pretty much. It's terrible, but I got it the first time the event came up. And I just don't want to do it again. I don't want to suffer the pain that everyone else has. But what can you do? So just let me know how you guys want to see that. Health up, I am going to pass on, actually, because, you know, here I am in this Whore of Babylon state that I want to be in. If and I get deals with the devil on this floor that costs 1 heart and I desire, then I'll use the health up to hit that up. I'm going to use a bomb here. Get this red chest. Oh no! Worst day. Bad gas. Going to take in the health up just because if there's a deal with the devil, I don't want to leave the room. Oh, it's Mask of Infamy. Good thing I have piercing shots. Haha! Mask of Infamy will be no problem. So yeah, let me know what you want to see regarding FTL. Feel free to suggest other games. Just, you know, I am not interested in certain games. And that's about that. Mask of Infamy normally a huge pain, but Okay, so I guess we'll take health up, which is also damage up, and possibly shot speed up, and we'll take this health up because now it's pointless not to. And by the way, the parasite, absolutely useless for us, is also a tier effect, but it does not work with my setup. Shovel, no desire, so really it sucks that I now have health again, but I'll make do. I really wanted to play the beggar, and I can't get into the shop unless the secret room's right there, but I'm not gonna check. Yeah, just, ask about other games. My friend recently gifted me Don't Starve, but I don't know how I feel about that game yet. Like, I enjoy watching Alpaca Patrol's Let's Play, but I don't know, it's not necessarily my kind of game. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna give it a shot, but, I'd really, well, no, I don't know. Oh, I mean, technically it's a tier effect, and I'm not supposed to take tier effects, but it's kind of also not a tier effect because it doesn't change how my tiers behave, and I'm sticking to it because I really desire quad shot all the time. So now I shoot 4 tiers at once, and they're all going to act just like the other tiers. And quad shot in this case, with homing tiers as well as other stuff, excellent, because it's kind of like shooting 4 tiers at once that are like way more likely to hit. Yeah, so sorry, Ethan, if I've ruined your challenge, but yeah, no way I'm passing that up. Of course, since it was specified in the challenge, I would break the golden rule of never pass up Epic Fetus, because I mean that's the rule. You just never pass up Epic Fetus, but it's in the rules for this challenge, so I will break that rule in the event that we get so absurdly lucky as to come across Epic Fetus. Anyway, that's dead. So much luck with soul hearts. This has happened for the last 2 runs, actually, where I've gotten a crazy amount of soul hearts, even though I don't have, like, the miter or the relic or anything. Crazy, man. I am okay with the way this game is performing for me in that regard. So, I was talking about games, but I've kind of said all I want to say about games. I haven't put much time in Dishonored, but it definitely seems like a fun game. One thing is I don't know how my computer will perform recording some of the higher resource demanding games. I don't know. It's a pretty good computer, but I don't know how recording in high quality, like very high quality, would be. I've got to do a recording test at some point. And I also, even though I have this new PVR that I was talking about in another video that totally has the ability to record a PC gameplay, what I don't know is how I'm going to record my voice along with the gameplay using the PVR, for PC games at least. Oh my god, X-ray vision, so good. That'll show us when we're next to a secret room. We'll just be able to go right in. That's secret or top secret. So that's why I'm going back through the floor, just to look for the secret room, which is right here. 9 cents. It is also next to the shop, which means we'll just, why not visit the shop? Anyway, I don't know how I'm going to record my voice as well, because I don't want to have to do really video editing at this point in time, at least. So yeah, there's that. The stars teleports us to the item room, but that's literally useless after this floor, and we've already gone to the item room this floor. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get the voice together with the video without having to do editing. And I mean, if it really comes down to it, I'll figure out a way to edit very simply. But I mean, sync is annoying. So I'll mess with it if stuff is requested that I'll need to record in such a manner. But yeah, that's what I got about that. As for shooter games, I'm a Halo 4 man. I played through the main story of Borderlands 2, and I had the season pass, but I totally didn't play through the 2 DLCs, which is kind of disappointing. I enjoyed the game very thoroughly. I got 3 days of playtime on it or something, which is good. I had 20 on the first day though. First game, sorry, not 20 days. I had more like 13 days. Maggie's Faith is good, but literally not going to be useful for us because we're not taking it down the next floor no matter what, essentially. Oh, we do have the lucky foot, don't we? Oh my god, wow. Lucky foot and PhD, that's interesting. I'll just play this one more time. The lucky foot should make us win more on this, but it hasn't really. So, Borderlands 2, that's a thing. I do enjoy that game. And one day I will go back to replay the, to play through the DLCs for the first time. I finished like one playthrough with one character, and then I was just Borderlands 2'd out. But definitely still playing Halo 4 frequently. I get gameplays occasionally that I think are worth doing commentary over. And if it's something like Halo 4 where I don't have to do live commentary, then I would absolutely be willing to edit for that, like, no problem, because all that is playing the video and doing a voiceover of it, and that means it'll just be in sync right away. So I don't have to worry about the worst part of the whole thing. Anyway, we'll pick up the Polaroid. Unfortunately, we won't get invincibility every time because we have 3 red hearts. Let's go on. Wasn't specified to go to the chest, but I'm going to the chest. I just kind of always go to the chest, unless it's specified otherwise. Yeah, so Halo 4 gameplays that aren't live, totally simple to do. I would mess around with settings to see if I could get live ones very easily if people wanted to see that. But I'd say for the most part, live commentaries, unless I'm like very informative, and I mean I do know a fair amount about Halo 4, but I'm not nearly as in-depth with my knowledge as I am in this game, for example. But, I haven't talked much about Isaac this video, and I mean, that's probably okay. I've explained the items and stuff as I usually do. But, I say a lot. But what I'm getting at is, I don't think that I have shafted you of your normal quality of Isaac content, but I think I've offered you more information regarding other things than usual. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that, like, as my math education continues, I'll probably do things more like the Let's Play. I think it was a Let's Play episode. It must have been, because I didn't title it for a challenge run. Anyway, I'll probably end up doing more things like I did with the birthday problem video, where I just explained something cool, or something I thought was cool in mathematics. Because, I mean, it's cool. What can I say? It only takes 23 people for there to be a 50% chance that 2 of them share a birthday. Who would guess that? Like, if you didn't know going into it, like, what it was, why would you ever guess that? It's such a small number. So I might do more stuff like that as I learn cool things that I can explain nicely. That's one thing. I feel like I explained it reasonably well, at least. And that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where you learn something better by teaching it than by learning it. And I mean, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I'm a great teacher, but I'm saying that I didn't do a bad job on that. I would say I didn't do a bad job at all. If you think otherwise, well, that sucks. And also the fact that getting a math education, at least just having a bachelor's in math, which is what I'll get first, of course I'll also get, I plan to get a PhD at least. I may also get like a master's in computer science or something, which would be like the most useful degree I could get. Anyway, what I was saying is, getting a degree in math, at least at the start, pretty much all you're going to be doing is teaching. So I have to get used to it. Even though I hate small children, so I'd teach high school or something. They're not as bad. I mean, some people might totally disagree with that. But, I'm chill with high schoolers that are, like, above sophomore year, basically. So that's juniors and seniors. I know it's funny, I talk about, you might consider it, like, hypocritical or so. Oh, that was totally an accident, but fortunately there was a key inside. That I don't like teenagers. Who knew that would actually be the boss room? I could have just gone straight in. But, I don't find that I am that much alike to most teenagers, really. Mom's Pearl would be nice. It increases the chance that red heart drop is a soul heart drop, but oh well. Can't really roll with it. Triactin's going really easily here. Oh, almost had him before anything could happen. Alright, now the Trite's gonna die. Trite is dead. Squeezy is tears up and 2 soul hearts, which is great, because more tears on quad shot is always fun times. But yeah, I'm not that much like the high schoolers in general, even people my age, I'm not all that much alike in a lot of ways. So it's okay that I can totally say that I'm not the biggest fan of most high schoolers, or half of high schoolers, I suppose is what I said, by implying that I'm not a fan of sophomores or freshmen. Some of them are cool, but, you know, whatever, not my problem. I don't associate with them really anymore, because I'm not in high school anymore. Enough on that tangent, though. What I was getting at is I'm probably going to have to be a teacher, at least for a little while, unless I get some sweet research deal or discover some fancy something or other, solve one of the $1 million problems, get a Fields Medal and some grant. No, these things are not happening. And do you guys know how crazy the Fields Medal is? Like, basically, initially, mathematics was not included in the Nobel Prizes, and so they were just like, well, if we can't be part of this, we're going to make our own Nobel Prize type thing with blackjack and hookers, to quote Bender. But they didn't, that's not quite what they said. They just were like, well, we're going to make our own Nobel Prize-esque thing, but it's going to be way cooler because there's also one of them that's called a Fields Medal, where you basically have to do Nobel Prize winning work before age 40. And like, wow. You have to solve some amazing problem before you're 40? Who's going to do that? And of course some people have, but that's totally ridiculous. Asking you to do, like, probably the best difficult stuff you're going to do in your whole life before you're 40. And, nowadays, 40 is kind of, it's slightly more than half of the life expectancy in America, because you're expected to get to like 73 or something in general as a male, I think. Maybe it's 72. I don't know. Females are expected to live longer. Anyway, that's, you're not even, well, you're barely halfway done with your life, but you have to have done your best life's work by now. Unless, of course, you go on to do something else super great, which would be crazy as well. But some people do that. Anyway, I've gotten off on a lot of tangents, which I think is, again, you probably have, well, hopefully have enjoyed that in some way. I'm still holding on to this bad gas pill. Okay, so we just get a health up from getting a second Eternal Heart. What are the odds? Apparently 1, but that's not how statistics works. That's not how statistics work. In reality, it's just that in my situation, there happened to be 1. Well, no, okay. I had the same odds as anyone else does, but in my situation, they worked out to that outcome, so there was a 100% chance that it happened in the past, but before it happened, there was not nearly 100% chance, because an Eternal Heart drop is rare. I don't know the percentage based on heart drops, but regarding the top secret room having an Eternal Heart, that's not uncommon at all, because there are only like 4 different top secret rooms, pretty much 4 or 5. So that's a good chance of that part happening. Mom's Heart has gone super easily because every time we shoot, we're hitting with 4 tiers that all have like a relatively high chance of doing that freezingness stuff that Mom's contacts do. By the way, I don't want full health. I always say that, and it's always true. Curse of Darkness, of course. Yeah. Basically, what I was saying, it was such bad damage. Lost what the nail gave me, of course, because, that's just kind of something you have to do. Of course, right now I have 69 cents, which is like the golden cent count. It's a golden count of anything, actually. And, geez, I'm fighting a lot of frickin' Headless Horsemen. Oh, they hit me again. Go figure. Almost hit me yet again. Freezing them kind of sucks if they're in their charge, because in their charge, and then they unfreeze, and then suddenly you take damage because they just jerk forward at light speed. Alright, there's our other secret room, the normal secret room, in fact. Oh, that sucks. Well, maybe this time we'll, do this, and get him frozen nonstop. Come on down. There we go. At least I didn't take a hit, I don't think. Alright, he's dead. Let's see what we got in the secret room. 3 cents. That's exciting. And this is the wrong way. Let's try down, and then we'll go up through the secret room, in fact, because we're daring. Oh my god, the Eternal Fly that shouldn't exist, but I guess I froze him, and he was not to be unfrozen. There's a tinted rock. Been a while since I've seen one of those, because of course in the room you can't see them. And yeah. So how do I think Isaac's gonna go? I don't really know. I have 8 keys, so I will be able to handle the chest. One thing that's excellent about the chest is we have Guppy's tail, which means that we're more likely to get more chests. This fight is going excellently, in fact, because I'm not too hurt about that damage there. Because we're freezing him a lot, which is, what happens when you shoot 4 tiers at once that all have a, what is it, like 15-20% chance? I actually have no clue. I don't know if I've even seen the figure that describes how often, well, not how often, but the chance that Mom's contacts cause freezing. But regardless, 4 tiers multiplies that chance by 4. So it's pretty good, and clearly it's working out very well because he's frozen a lot of the time. So this is going to be an easy fight, as is Blue Baby, as will be probably all of the chest. I actually have taken my hand off of the movement keys for a moment to scratch my face, because, oh, that hit me, whatever. Shaved today, get itchy sometimes. So let's see what we got here. D20, no thanks. I didn't actually want to pick that up, but I guess I should touch everything. Mr. Boom I absolutely also don't want. And maybe this will be something good. Mom's Knife, I can't take it, unfortunately. Mom's Knife is paired with, oh that sucks, paired with Quad Shot is an amazing combination. Did I go into the secret room? Because I feel like I did. Anyway, Mom's Knife paired with Quad Shot actually might not do all that much, but then again, it might do 4 times damage. I think it actually does nothing. Like, I actually think Mom's Knife plus Quad Shot does nothing, so I'm not as hurt as if that were like Brimstone, which can't appear in those chests, because Brimstone's damage would be multiplied by 4, which, that's absurd. So yeah, we're ignoring Mom's Knife. What of it? Touch this, untouch it. Yeah, destroy the fire. I always gotta destroy my fire. And I'll go out this way because I'm a risk taker regarding paths. Double Husk should be pretty easy, especially with the Piercing Tears. Like, Piercing Tears is probably, especially the way this has gone, Piercing Tears is one of the most useful things. Like, I love when items have that effect, or just, side effect. Because, of course, only one item has the singular effect of Piercing Tears, and that's Cupid's Arrow, which I have. But, other things like Technology and Brimstone have piercing abilities. Mom's Knife, of course, it's really good. Mom's Bottle Pills I'll absolutely use once for range up. That is cool. Take the nail back. What other, I don't know, probably other things that have the piercing effect. So this was the wrong way to the boss. We're fighting Double Wretched. Double Wretched should be easy as well. Almost took damage there, but I actually got the dodge right for once. And I think it's pretty safe to predict a victory here. Oh, I thought you were dead. Oh, awkward. I was expecting a chest drop. Okay, this is kind of what I was hoping for with the path, not the room. The room I'm kind of indifferent to. Doesn't really matter who dies last, because all the items will be mostly useless, because Wrath drops Mr. Boom, which I already turned down. Les drops Poison Touch, which is really good, but I don't have the invincibility to make it like super viable. And Greed drops a Steam Sale. Well, there are clearly no more shops. So really, I'm just killing this room to kill this room. It seemed like I had Poison Touch there, but actually the nail does some decent damage to enemies when they come into contact with you, which a lot of people don't seem to know, or at least I don't see it talked about ever. I guess I am taking a lot of damage. I have no idea how much health I have. It should be a lot, though. We've had very good luck, as I said earlier. But I definitely am taking a lot of damage, and that means that if I'm not a little bit more careful, I could come into the position where I could die. But by having half of a heart unfilled, you can note that the Joker, yeah, I'll use that because I think it'll work. Yeah. Do we want to take the Book of Belial? Oh, you know what? Let's be crazy right now. Let's take this, use it. Now we'll turn into Guppy, and then let's just do the crazy thing and take the Book of Belial, which will double our damage for a room, and be able to be used every 3 rooms. I'm just crazy right now. So now with Guppy, every time we hit an enemy with a tear, there's like a very, very high, like 90-ish%, 99-ish% chance that we spawn a kamikaze fly. Okay, you stop it, game, with the red poop. This is a room I don't approve of being in a game because it's unfair. Some situations you cannot get through it without taking damage, and that's not okay. But now I'd say we pretty much are guaranteed victory, although we gave up 3 red hearts. We're doing so much damage. And I don't often become Guppy, which is why I did that. I just took the chance because why not? Bob's Curse gives us poison bombs. Touch that just because I'm getting into the habit, and it's a good thing to get into that habit of touching items so they don't appear again. Even if you don't really have to worry about it. Guppy's Guppy's tail has done well for causing chests to drop. At least I'm going to attribute it to that, even though it may just be our own good luck. Irrelevant to the curse or whatever, because when you pick up Guppy's tail it says cursed, but irrelevant to that, it could be. I don't know. By the way, regarding games I can play, I also have a PS3, I just don't have that many games on it. I have all the Ratchet & Clank games, except for the side-scrolling one, and I absolutely love that series. Probably my favorite game series of all time. I'm pretty much amazing at all of them, and I don't know, they're probably better, but like I know pretty much the whole game for the majority of those games, so I just want to those would be fun Let's Plays if I got the, this recording part working. Recording voice, I mean. I don't want to do post-commentary on something like that. Some things are good for post-commentary, a lot of things aren't. But yeah, I have those. Don't really have that much else that I don't play anything else, really. I have the Shadow of the Colossus Ico collection, I guess. There are just so many things. How have I not found the boss? It's totally that rightmost path that you see over there. But we're just going to finish off this because it's been going so well. How often do you see someone clear out the chest? No, okay, we found it. Well, I guess you're not seeing me clear out the chest after all. PS3 games. Yeah, I don't really have that much else. I don't play anything else, that's for sure. Yeah. And plenty of chests. Monster Manuel, not a fan. And we'll go in here and take the Book of Belial, and then we'll get to business here. Hopefully freezing blue Babby all the time, so he doesn't shoot at us. Spawning tons of blue flies, kamikaze flies, in order to tear him a new one, as if you will. Or to, go with a Ratchet & Clank, rip you a new one. Rhino? Anyone? Yeah. Speaking of which, Ratchet & Clank games are literally the only games I've ever platinumed on PS3. So yeah, that was super easy. That was your choice. And yeah, that's it for this run. This video. Leave your custom challenge run suggestions in the comments. I keep them on a list, and I do the ones that I like the most. That system will probably change if I get like a bunch more viewers, which is, that's something that'll happen eventually, probably, hopefully. But not for now. For now, it's up to my own discretion. If I like a run, I will do it. And it's nothing personal if I don't like your run enough to do it. So yeah, all that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.